And like 3 of the Gospels contradict each other with the story of the resurrection. It's wild. But they left them in, so what the fuck have they left out? There could be all sorts of contradictions, couldn't there?
What is it? What is the agreed version of the Bible? Is it the King James Bible or something?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And when was that agreed? Like in the 1800s, was it?
Earlier, I think. I would say maybe late 17th century or early 18th century, I would have thought.
Okay.
The King James Bible.
So that's like 1800 years, sorry, 1600 years at least.
After the event.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the theory is, isn't it, that the first bits of Gospels were written 60 years after he died.
Yeah.
So it's all nonsense, isn't it? Basically.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, we underestimate our forebears' powers of verbal
storytelling.
Not storytelling. Oral tradition.
Yeah.
I think, 1,000 years ago, before we had books and the internet,
I think like
we could remember more.
The basics will be there. He died.
Yeah.
He set up like a cult.
Mm.
He's a pretty cool guy. All that kind of things kind of translates, doesn't it? But like the nuance and the itty bitty things, I'll
tell you what's interesting about the Thomas Gospel is that if that is legit,
right.
it'll predate any of the others. So
right.
you would think it would be more accurate.
Mm.
You would think, wouldn't you?
Well, this is the thing we've mentioned a million times before, isn't it, about the Quran?
What?
The Quran. And when
When was the last time we talked about the Quran?
we spoke about it loads of times, but basically that they've looked back, haven't they, and found that versions of the Quran now are pretty much identical to versions of the Quran they found from
it's never been edited.
Changed, 1,000 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, whereas the Bible's had several reworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you need to convert to Islam.
Trying to think what else caught my eye in this book.
Was it the snazzy?
Some stuff about Robin Hood I learned.
Yeah,
I learned some stuff about Robin Hood. It's really short. It's like 160 odd pages.
Oh, that's a nice length.
Yeah, it is. You just rip through it.
And that's a bad miss.
Where did you get it from? Your favourite bookstore?
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you think
Is there a photo of the author in the back?
Do you think they've started stocking books, especially for you?
No, I struggle to find stuff.
Still? Oh, now you mean? You cleaned them out?
You know what you struggle to get? Good
Books.
ancient history books.
Right.
Or Middle Age history books. The history section is full with World War II.
Yeah.
It's all modern history.
Cold War.
Yeah, you get some Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly Gulf War
Right.
books and, maybe Falklands War books.
Mm.
And that doesn't interest me.
Have you
That
considered
tickle your
writing
fancy? Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Something to do, innit?
Time for that.
Just give up the band.
Time for that.
Why would I? Why would I write a book?
To let people know.
Props. You could say I'm an author.
Yeah.
I don't care about props. I wear Crocs.
Not props.
Well, I mean, you could write one if you wanted.
Yeah, anyone can write a book. There's an old saying that everyone's got a good book in them, isn't there?
No.
Is that not a saying?
I
It
think
is not
some.
Everyone's got one good book in them.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
People say I've got a book in me.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
No
they
one
do.
says that.
Yeah, they do.
Go and see a proctologist.
Yeah, it's not what I've heard.
I slipped. I fell off a ladder. No, I've got a book in me.
I said a good book. Oh, he's got another one.
Another
Paperback
book that
this
I read
time.
on holiday. Thus Spoke Zarathustra by Friedrich Nietzsche.
Nietzsche.
Do you say Nietzsche or visceral? Nietzsche.
How did you manage to read 2 books?
I
on
read
holiday?
more.
3 books.
I read. It's not really a book. It's more of like a.
Oh, that's
Sartre.
good, that. Jean-Paul Sartre.
It's like a transcription of a presentation. It's like 80 pages. Not great. I've got a couple of his proper books.
Yeah, Nausea. You should read Nausea. It's good.
Yeah. I'll look out for that. I don't think I've got that one. But Yeah, and then I read maybe half of this one as well. And I was halfway through this when I went away. So I finished this first.
All right.
Just bought Zarathustra by Nietzsche.
What's that one about?
Oh, it's a hot mess.
Fuck me. I was just going to say, because I've started reading a book, like a book from Jung.
Carl Jung.
And it's just his fucking train of thought written down on the page. It's mental.
It's tough, man.
Oh, you'd love this. You'd love this then.
It's just awful.
It's a hot, sticky, glorious mess.
God.
It's amazing. What are the main themes? The Superman.
Have you not got the have you not got bookmarks in?
Yeah.
Buzz?
Yeah, I folded some pages
Do
over.
you mean the Superman is in the things that the Nazis took from it?
No, I don't think that was what they used. It was something else.
All right, okay.
No, Superman, Übermensch,
Right.
or Overman.
Mm.
I think because this is an old translation, it's Superman in here.
Right,
But
okay.
people know what Uber means now, so it's Übermensch, I think.
Yeah.
And it's this idea that human beings are like a process.
Ooh.
He uses the analogy of a tightrope. So human man, it says man not because it means mankind,
Mm.
is on a tightrope and is on this journey to become the Superman at the other end of the rope. The
Uberman.
the Übermensch. Yeah. It's like we're... Mankind is a journey
Right.
to be the Superman. It reminds me of self-actualization.
Does he not? Is he sort of saying that we're not fully evolved? Is that what he's saying?
No, that our lives are a journey to try and
Oh right.
usher
a
in the
life.
era of the Übermensch.
Right. Okay.
Do you remember you talking about self-actualization?
Yeah.
Was it like Einstein? People who were on the quest, weren't they? Someone who's
It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The top is self-actualization.
you've
And he said, yeah, that basically the pinnacle of society were the only people who achieved self-actualization.
right.
But it's been adapted since, in that you could find, as long as you basically can find self-actualization in things that you love and enjoy doing.
When was Maslow around?
I'm going to say 30s to 50s.
All right.
Maybe a bit earlier.
Well, later than Nietzsche then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's calling it in the 19th century,
Mm.
late 19th century. No, mid. No, I can't remember. Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
Mm.
What are the other main themes? The like perpetual recurrence,
Is
eternal recurrence. That's another theme.
that the definition of madness?
No, it's because like the universe is so big,
Mm.
because it's so infinite. Things just constantly recur.
So basically, there'll be another Earth like us in,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
universe somewhere.
Taken to its nth degree. Yeah, that's what it's sort of saying, isn't it? And there'll be another 3 people sat in a masturbatorium, except you'll have pink beard or something instead.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas beard.
Although I've heard quantum physicists say that theory doesn't pan out. Cosmologists, like it doesn't work
Ooh.
somehow. That
Sweet.
infinite model.
Just reminded me of a segue there.
Yeah.
The announcement by Google,
Oh yeah, the quantum computer.
the quantum computer.
What?
They did a calculation that and the world's fastest supercomputer would take 10,000 years to do. They did it in 3 minutes
When was this?
the
Last
other
week.
day.
Really?
No,
Literally.
probably a few months ago. Apparently what happened is they released a paper in August, very quick on NASA's website. And then they thought, oh shit, you're not supposed to be publishing this. And they pulled it. And when people looked at it, they figured out quantum computing. What is it? Are they called quads or something that it calculates in? So it can be
qubits.
qubits, that's it. And you basically can have, it's in 4 different states, is it?
Yep.
At one time. So it can calculate it's like to the power of something ridiculous, 53.
Yeah, instead of normal bits, like 1 and 0,
Mm.
it says this has 4 states. So it's not just
1 and 0.
we had 2 and now we got 4, so it's double the power. It's
This is to self-write
leagues.
the breakdown of Moore's law,
Yeah.
because Moore's law of computing power doubling, it breaks down because when the chips get so small,
It goes to quantum.
the copper wires are so close together that the electrons can jump from one wire to the next and just fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm.
It's short circuit all
Yeah.
the time.
So this quantum computing is the next step, it seems, isn't it, to get back Moore's law back on track, and then the fucking singularity happens. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun.
You're supposed to kick in, Ben.
Yeah, with
With bass.
bass.
Jesus.
Sorry. I don't think we're anywhere near that
Why?
because I think when did computers start? When was Babbage's first computer? 28 or something?
Babbage was like in
Charles
the
Babbage.
1800s
Well, earlier.
with the whatever it was, the thought machine, whatever he called it.
Super early. But it was only a couple hundred years ago, right?
I think it's about 140 years ago.
Okay, so we've only had 140 or so years of progress.
Yeah,
We've gone from
valves.
bits.
It was cogs,
valves,
wasn't it?
Yeah, cogs,
To valves,
valves,
to processor, chip, base,
conductors,
USB.
capacitors, things
flux
like that.
capacitors.
And then we're going now to qubits. So there's like we've gone from ones and zeros to I don't know what the states are in qubits. Like
0, 1, 2, 3.
4.
let's call it that. But there's
The
there's only
thing,
4 basically. I think there's far more
no, the thing is
to do though.
it's taking advantage of the quantum realm, isn't it? So
Quantum
like-
realm is small fry.
so like Q, you know, off
Star Wars.
Star Trek.
Star Trek: The Next Generation. Q.
Yeah, so it
Oh,
can,
hello, Jean-Luc.
yeah, so it can be anywhere, anytime.
What are you doing, Q? Give me back my ship, Q.
Yeah, it's quite
That's
good.
the one.
Enjoyed that.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Not so good.
What are you doing, Q? It's coffee.
More partridge now.
Do Maidley. Q was
So no, yeah. So basically, it takes advantage of the quantum physics. That things can be in the same place at the same time, so it can be both a 1 and a 0,
right, yeah.
and a 2
Or
and a 3.
neither. That's
Yeah,
it, yeah.
yeah.
So it's 1, 0, neither or both.
Yeah.
Why are you so pessimistic about the singularity happening in the near future?
There's not been a single religious uprising around the singularity. That's what they need. We need some kind of like cult.
Heaven's Gate.
Singularity cult.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
That's the one.
The singularity Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Maybe it'll start right here.
But I mean, I think Stephen Hawking was afraid of it. Musk is terrified about it.
Prince Charles.
What does he know about it?
Well, he's terrified of it. The what did they call it? The grey something or other.
Grey head.
Something. Some like the grey mush or something.
What is that?
I'll figure it out.
Oh my god.
Just carry on.
You have to talk, Ben.
I'm talking.
I'm going to eat a bounty.
Mm.
What's it taste like?
Coconut.
All right. Whatever. He's scared of it as well.
Back to Nietzsche.
I think we're miles away from a singularity issue.
I've just remembered another main theme. Will to power. The will to power. It's like the human driving force. What was Freud's? Was it will to passion?
No.
No.
Never heard of that.
His main, his raison d'etre, what he thought. You know, like
What was
the
the-
mother-in-law. The sex with the mother-in-law, whatever it is. What they call it.
It's the ego for him, wasn't it?
Oh, right. I'm thinking about
About between
something
like
else.
the ego and the id. I
Um,
can't remember the difference of
Complex. The. That's-
Pleasure. Will to
Oedipus.
pleasure.
Oedipus. That's the one.
The Oedipal mother.
Oedipus complex.
Mm.
Where you want to shag your mum.
And there's will to meaning. That was Viktor Frankl's philosophy.
Right.
Logotherapy.
Famous from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
No. Man's search for meaning. He was a fucking Auschwitz survivor.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
he wrote a book on the psychology of the guards and the inmates.
Is there a will to understanding?
What would that be, like a will to logic? No. Not
No,
in
not yet.
the psychological things I've read.
I'm going to start it.
Nietzsche's his will to power.
Will to power, will to meaning.
What does that mean then? Will to
Well,
power.
it's like that's the essence of life, like the driving force of life to acquire power.
Because that's when you get
the money.
first you get the
and
money,
then you get the women.
then you get the power, and then you get the women.
First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women.
Yeah, the Chinese version.
God is dead.
Whoa, that's
a
in Preacher
famous,
as well.
yeah.
It's not the first time he proclaimed God is dead, but it's the most famous.
Right.
He's famous for saying that, isn't he? God is dead. What it didn't really mean it though. It was more about now the Enlightenment has happened and undone a lot of this voodoo belief we had. What we're going to replace our morality with.
Capitalism.
Greed is good.
Yeah. Things
Nah.
is the argument, isn't it?
So
But
you're
now it's
saying-
experiences. It is, isn't it? We're shifting away from consumerism to experiencism.
The millennials apparently are big on it.
Yeah, experiences.
So the idea is rather than spending 600 quid on the latest, flat screen telly, they'd rather spend that money
on one trip to the cinema.
getting some
Yeah.
getting some Himalayan sea salt
Yeah.
off a Sherpa
Yeah.
because it's an experience.
Yeah.
You can't buy that.
But you can. 600 quid.
What's your favourite experience, Matt?
That I've had.
Yeah.
Money can't buy them. Probably birth of my children.
Mm.
Well, the second one was a bit more.
You have to say that though.
I don't. I remember really enjoying going to watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves at the cinema. Really enjoyed that.
That was a pretty dark film.
Yeah, I was young as well. Because I went
do
to
you
see the
remember
cinema.
at the beginning where they're they're locked up in Jerusalem?
Yeah,
Don't-
slices that hand off.
chops an hand off to get away.
Mm. Do you know, I think what I mainly remember it for is because I got a big bag of minstrels
Oh,
with my mum.
posh sweets.
Minstrels. And it was when the Odeon had just opened. Or it was UCI then.
UCI.
Yeah.
I'll see you at UCI.
Yeah. Did you
God,
see me at the UCI?
Advertising definitely works, doesn't it?
I used to
Does
work
20 years on.
Yeah.
More than 20 years
It's the
on.
power of a jingle, that.
Yeah. 30 years.
Do you remember in Demolition Man that all the radio stations played commercials from the 20th century?
Oh, I can't remember that detail, Phil, now.
Weird.
All I
I
can
can
remember
see it coming true.
All I can remember from Demolition Man is the foam that expanded in the car when he crashed it.
Instead of an airbag.
The 3 shells, him swearing to get notes,
know how to use the 3 shells.
and then the
bitch fucking mother sucking dick in the moon.
yeah,
John Spartan, you've been fined 50 credits for the moralities law. Have you ever seen Demolition Man?
I have seen
You
it a
look
long time ago.
perplexed.
I always listen to my resting bitch face.
Is it not something you've rewatched throughout your life?
No, I don't have time.
and I watched it for 20 years. I would
Oh
say.
my god! If it's 40 minutes in, I'll just watch it. I love that
I've not
film.
watched it for years.
It's actually a genius film. Was it Verhoeven? No, it's not Verhoeven, was it?
Might be, mightn't it? For that craziness.
Yeah, swearing
It's quite a good film.
is outlawed.
Sandra Bullock's.
Salt.
Yeah.
Himalayan sea salt.
You're gonna just looking for the salt. John Spartan, we don't have salt in San Andreas.
Yeah.
What else is outlawed?
Sex.
No exchanging of bodily fluids
Yes.
because of disease.
Right.
That's been outlawed. It's a bit Brave New World.
It is,
in
isn't
places.
it? It is, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is Brave New World, yeah.
There's no killings though. They get away with it because there's no killings. We haven't had a murder, death, kill in 20 years.
Oh,
the police
right.
don't know what to do.
And Wesley Snipes, yeah, gets
Simon Phoenix gets defrosted and
yeah.
opens some whoop ass
Mm-hmm.
on someone, and then twats all the cops.
Mm-hmm.
They have these nightsticks that you ping someone on the head and they go unconscious.
Yeah.
Nice.
And but Simon Phoenix knows karate and jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
and he just
Kung
kills
Fu.
them.
Yeah.
I do remember bits of it.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those I had on VCR, videotaped, watched over and over and over again.
Tracking out.
Does anyone tape anything anymore?
My mum has a HDR recorder and records and has, I think it holds 500 gigabytes and it's full.
Midsummer Murders.
Yeah. Basically.
What else does she watch?
That's it, I think. No, she watches all the stuff on, what's that Channel 4 thing recommends? The guy. Walter Presents.
Walter Presents.
Well, Deutschland 84 was on that.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. First series was good.
It's mainly Scandi noir from what she talks at me for hours on end, and to be honest with you, I fade in and out of consciousness while she's talking. It's mainly about Jean's leg.
Jean's still going.
Bloody
hell.
I think so.
Just a bit slower now.
They're all called Jean.
And Joan, like the Pope.
Jean and Joan.
How old is she now?
Who?
Your mum. She hasn't had 8 yet, has she?
78 she is. She's getting faster.
Well, I've noticed since she lost the stick.
Yeah, she's lost the stick now.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think she had
the stick was holding her back.
It was. It was a confidence thing.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Did you dissect her? Not her brain, but, psychologically.
Yeah, I just kicked the stick from under and off she went.
This is a crutch.
Yeah.
It's a stick.
Metaphorical and literal.
Oh, fuck.
You got any more clips?
No?
You got any more books?
More clips.
Oh, I've got book, yeah.
Then?
Don't know what else to say about it.
You had it then. I mean for a podcast, I mean for your books.
Christianity takes a beating.
Yeah, he was up on that, wasn't he? Not very big on religion, Nietzsche.
No. It's quite uplifting.
Is it?
As a book, yeah. I would say it's like a cure to nihilism in book form.
Really?
Yep. And it ends with an ass festival.
An ass festival?
Yeah. I won't spoil it.
But you already have.
Yeah, if a book ends in an ass festival, that's pretty...
An aspectable.
That's pretty spectacular. I found a quote
Skip
about
to
the book,
the
actually.
end.
Just in case anyone was in doubt about attempting to read it. I've got a quote here. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. It must be in the web. Why is this not working? No, I can't remember it. I've ditched it.
All right.
Lost it.
So you've not been watching any television in your caravan then?
I don't watch any television anymore.
Everybody
You know what?
watches television.
I wouldn't have a TV. I don't think if I lived on my own.
Because you'd just be masturbating all the time.
Well, yeah.
What about Babe Station? I'm gonna watch that.
He's got you there, hasn't he? What would you be doing then if you didn't have a television?
We've never talked about Babe Station on this podcast.
No, because it's
We probably should.
Why?
Because it's wild, isn't it?
I can't remember the last time.
Do you remember when it started?
96.
No.
Probably
Were you
is.
there?
Yeah,
First night.
he cut the fucking
Countdown.
ribbon.
In the green room.
5, 4.
Our future #1 customer, Amish Ben. Do you not remember when the first time you saw it and just thought, what the fuck is going on here?
Boobs.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I suppose.
How are they getting away with this?
Yeah. Feigning
It's
sexual
got a
intercourse.
Fancy logo now.
I reckon it's before the internet was big.
Too late.
2002.
2002
Oh, there you go.
on Game Network UK.
Wow.
Wow.
But I remember when I had Sky, there was probably about 8 different channels.
On Sky.
Like, there wasn't just Babe Station.
Oh, right, okay.
All these rivals sprang up then, didn't they?
Right, okay.
Do you not remember? You had Sky for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's branched out. There's loads of different ones. According to Wikipedia.
It seems to be a passing phase because everything is going online, isn't it?
Yeah. Is he not still going now, though?
Yeah.
Babe Station.
Sure it is, yeah.
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 I wouldn't-
Now, isn't it?
I wonder how much they earn
Annually, or
Yeah.
They've probably got
Annually.
other sources of income.
What do
I
you
think
mean?
they're all porn
Day
stars,
jobs.
aren't they? And strippers and all the rest of it.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think
Some
they
of them
are. I think some of them are.
Do you think they start as strippers and then get scouted?
I don't know. Or
Is
they,
it like football?
or maybe
Be a talent scout for Babe Station.
maybe they get onto it's a career path.
Yeah.
You work your way up from non-league to Babe Station. Is there any answers on this forum,
It's
Ben?
not on this shitty forum now.
Show your tits. $500 a night.
That's in Hooters.
Someone's earning $500 a night in Hooters.
Oh, fuck, mate.
Jesus. Well, that's so funny. Do you remember when for my stag do we went to Hooters and there was a waitress with blonde hair, had big Hooters.
I've got that photograph.
Yes.
Yep.
She was on a Channel 4 program. Yeah. Advising somebody to not get breast implants because she wanted a breast reduction.
I can't remember too closely. Did she have falsies?
I don't know. She just had big boobs.
I don't think
I just
they were
remember a
false.
picture of her behind me. I think you might have took it.
You were dressed as May Marion.
You were?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Friar fuck.
Yeah, that second night kind of just tailed off into drinking 3 bottles of Jägermeister in the hotel bar.
I didn't go to bed. the
Oh,
second
no,
night.
yeah.
I stayed up in the bar all the way through.
Oh, did you?
Till
Yeah.
breakfast.
I got up.
Me and your brother, Stephen's mate.
Oh, fuck me, yeah. I remember his name. It's Andrew.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah,
Did they go missing for a while as well?
I think they went off. My brother went to bed went to go and watch Match of the Day,
Yeah.
and then that was it for him.
Getting on though, innit?
Yeah,
Can't like it.
I'm pretty sure somebody else did that. I think Aaron did that. Some other people. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. And I was so ill the next day. Still leathered, obviously, the next day, going home. And then when I got back home, I actually started withdrawing, like late evening, and I was desperately ill the next day.
Shit.
Desperately ill. Thankfully, that's a few days off.
Thank God it's not in the old days when they used to have the stag do on the night before the wedding.
God. Well, I think I had a couple of drinks from my brother, just enough to clear the gut out in the morning.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were.
You got leathered as well, didn't you?
When?
Before my wedding.
No, I didn't
Yes,
get
you did.
leathered.
You did. Everybody was leathered in that
Maybe
house.
during.
No, in the pre, because you drank all of the booze in the house. You had no booze for the night when you went home because the actual wedding finished at like 11.
I can't
They kicked us
remember.
all out, didn't they?
Can't remember.
Mm.
What do you think's the best stag do you've been on?
I enjoyed the boat stag
I
do.
enjoyed the boat times as well. Yeah.
The boat one was the best,
Mm-hmm.
and that was my idea. Well, that
We,
didn't-
we hired a canal barge and
wasn't-
went
it
to the
wasn't-
Norfolk Broads.
It wasn't actually my idea. It was somebody called Melvin I used to work with. It was his idea.
Tell the listeners what time of year it was.
March. Unseasonably cold.
Fucking freezing.
Unseasonably cold.
Frost on the inside.
Yeah.
They had this pathetic heating system.
ran off the incredibly loud diesel engine.
It used to blow. It was like a child blowing on your feet.
Mm.
And ours didn't work in our room either. So we were super cold. Even our shit heater didn't work.
Yeah, it was the condensation was so bad in my cabin that it was like dripping off the ceiling into my face, and it was so cold and damp, wasn't it?
Do you remember Raymond Jet Squad bidding it
No,
when he went to drive?
no.
Because I think me and... Did me and you do most of driving?
I did a bit.
Sweeney did a
I had to
bit.
go a drive.
I think everybody
in the
you
morning.
did.
I
in
think
the early
you did
mornings.
a lot of it.
I
Phil.
did a lot because I didn't trust any of you
I
behind the wheel.
But you
It
also
was-
went out on the training voyage, didn't you?
I did have the training voyage. Me and Panhead got there early. I
Yeah.
think that's why we did a majority of the driving duties.
Yeah.
And Eamon said, "Go on then, let's have a go." And he got the wheel
I mean,
and he started like listing and going towards the bank. He just went, "Oh fuck, I don't know." Just fucking
Left it.
Who got us wedged in a bridge?
Oh, that was because of the tide, wasn't it?
No, that was Charlie's fault.
And it was
Because I
Charlie.
remember this like
Yes.
it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Eamon's been in this into the side. I'll whack the wheel round and give it the guts.
Yeah.
Because you have to give it throttle when you turn, otherwise nothing happens.
Right.
And we just about survived.
Mm.
But no, the bridge was something different.
Mm.
We'd moored the barge.
Imagine what those people must have thought looking at the fucking pub at that. That was awful, wasn't it?
Our first mistake is we moored too close to the bridge.
Yeah.
The bridge. We're about 30 feet away. And the
Mm.
barge is 30 foot long.
Mhm.
But I think I was driving at the time. And as we
You
got
were
in,
driving,
after
yeah.
we'd been to the pub, so we were already half cooked anyway.
Yeah.
I said, it's no problem, this place. I know how you do
Stand
this.
aside.
The other issue though was that the tide was going out. I think it was a tidal river because we were getting quite close to Yarmouth then,
Yarmouth, yeah, possibly.
and the tide was low.
All you have to do, right? The barge is tied front and back.
Yes.
So you undo your ties, but you hang on.
Mm-hmm.
And then the front rope, Smith, the guy who undoes the front rope, kicks the barge off.
That was me. I was at the front.
You're at the front. And then I'm behind the wheel. And as soon as I see that we're coming up to the hole in the bridge, give it the beans.
Yeah.
And then untie the back, let the back go.
did it?
So I said, yep, go. Front rope comes off. Matt kicks the front of the barge over. Coming up to the bridge, right, give it the beads. Off with the second rope. And he still had it tied to the back. And then Charlie starts fucking with the rope. Can't get it undone. And I'm looking and the bridge is going, the barge is going this way and the bridge is going that way. Going, fucking untie us for fuck's sake. By the time we got the rope off, give it the beans, and we ended up going through Canal Bridge fucking sideways.
Yeah.
It was fucking, we nearly died.
We properly twatted that bridge, didn't we?
Yeah,
Really bad.
yeah, it was a big bang.
Yeah.
Good job they have carbon fiberglass bumpers.
Yeah, it had bumpers on, didn't it? Yeah.
And you'll remember the guy who shouted at us as well.
5 miles. Was it 5 or 10 miles an hour?
5.
5 miles an hour
Knots. Was it 5 knots?
He held his hand up just in case we didn't hear him as well.
in a Nazi
He had a
salute.
sign, didn't he? Didn't he have a sign?
No, there was signs on the river
Yeah, like on the roads.
intermittently. What was also a little bit of an issue on that stag do was a lot of the pubs were seasonal,
Yeah.
and we went just out of season, didn't we?
I remember parking up and having to walk about a mile.
Yeah,
through
to get an industrial
thickets.
estate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then, how
Did-
we found the boat again, I have no idea.
Didn't we pass some doggers?
Probably.
On the side of canal?
there was loads of weird things going on, wasn't there?
I distinctly remember one set of doggers.
Dockers.
I remember we were going to watch North End play Norwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we took the canal into Norwich.
Yeah. Oh,
And there was
fuck
a, there was a
me.
fishing competition. Was
When we woke up, we were surrounded by fishermen.
But as we were coming in, there was people fishing on either side. And I
No, not on the way in.
can't- Yeah, there was. I was
on
driving.
on the way out, surely.
No, there was odd guys
Oh, right,
fishing
okay.
along. And I can't remember what was playing. I think it might have been NWA.
Yeah, we did do that straight out of
We just
Compton.
completely ruined these guys. Was it not
Tranquility.
Apocalypse Now?
It may have been that as well. They were, I
Ride
think
of the
both.
Valkyries.
I think both of those songs were played too much on that holiday. Yeah, holiday.
Yeah, yeah, and then we woke up the next day, and it was just covered in fishermen, weren't it?
And It was
Yes,
a 5-day stag do on a boat.
it was
beaching
wicked.
called- It was ace.
I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I would do it again. I would definitely
Yeah,
do that
I would
again.
do it in maybe June or July.
But I think, do you know what? I think it might be even worse in summer.
Oh, be
Imagine how
busy.
fucking hot it'd be in that boat, and the fucking midges.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know when's the best time. When do you
Spring.
think? Spring.
May, early May,
April. Late April.
May Day bank holiday.
Oh god, it'd be heaving then.
Oh shit, yeah. Weekend after, book a day off.
Yeah.
Have a long weekend.
Mm.
barge.
I would definitely go barging again.
It's definitely the longest stag do I've been on.
Yes. I remember the last night was
Ruined
quite.
by it.
The last night was quite good because that kind of escalated, didn't it? Because we met George Lucas. You remember meeting George Lucas
George Lucas, yeah.
in the pub?
No.
Yeah, there's a
fella
guy,
just like him.
and it was George Lucas. Yeah. Great times.
Yeah, I'd do that.
So I
one
would
again.
thoroughly recommend. What was the river called? The
Broads, the Norfolk
Norfolk
Broads.
Broads.
yeah, but it was one main river, wasn't it?
I
That
don't know.
Oh, the one that went into Norwich.
Not
the one that goes
well,
into Norwich.
it goes all the way into Norwich into Yarmouth, to the
Comes-
sea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went.
Yarmouth.
We went to Yarmouth, didn't we, for the dogs?
Yeah, the
Mm.
estuary. You go out into the estuary, don't you? It
The
gets a bit choppy.
river. The river.
Loon.
Oh, no. Because we stayed on the main river. You could go off on all the little side rivers, the tributaries as well. But we stayed on the main drag for the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Because no one were open, I think.
Yeah,
We had to stay.
we had a destination to get to.
Yeah.
We were about. I don't know how far we were away.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of panic as well about how far we could get in a day and all the rest of it. And
We had to calculate,
yeah,
didn't we?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had to calculate how many
Time.
miles it was to
because I remember that was it. I think we went somewhere for a night out.
Yarmouth.
Norwich. Yarmouth, yeah.
Did we?
Went at dogs.
Yeah, but we went on a night out somewhere as well.
We met-
And I think we might have driven, we might have stopped somewhere before we actually got to Norwich. And it was getting dark by the time we tied up because it was outside a pub. And we got picked up from the pub
I got a taxi.
and taxi into Norwich, I think.
Oh yeah, for
and then that's when Eamon had to stand outside the pub all night
Yeah.
because he was ill.
Still. Yeah. It's something he ate.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's been that pizza I had.
Mm. I told my mum about that story the other night.
What story?
About that when you said that.
What did I say? And when? And under what circumstances?
When you drank a full bottle of 2 litres of cider to yourself and then threw up all over mum and dad's bathroom. And your dad came round and he said it must have been that pizza I ate.
What age would we have been then?
Teens, I guess. Yeah.
Mid-teens.
Mid-teens, I would say.
15,
14,
16.
15.
Yeah. I had this really fucking lit Reebok jumper.
No, that was a different evening, that. That was different. That
What
was
was it?
that was a different. That's when I allowed you to sleep on my bedroom floor on my on my sleeping chair. Do you remember that horrible chair? That you could,
Converter.
yeah.
Like a transformer.
And you threw up
Chair
on your
bed.
own arm, but I had to
Pizza.
bag your jumper, and I gave it back to you 3 months later.
I didn't wash it. I just
Unclean.
hid it in a cupboard.
Yeah.
And it started growing mould on it.
Oh, I'm
Mm.
not surprised.
It went mouldy.
And
That's
it
gross.
it dyed the fabric, didn't it?
Yeah, it was ruined. I couldn't wear it again.
No.
No. There were... someone would be sick every weekend.
Yeah, you
So
were
we're
sitting
young.
with my parents behind the couch.
Oh, that was Live 8.
Yeah.
Live 8.
Who was sick behind the couch?
Phil.
You sick behind the couch?
Yeah.
I was wrecked.
I remember at your mum and dad's house.
Riggedy wrecked. Yeah.
I took a bottle
It
of
was
Jack
goodbye.
Daniels and 24 cans.
He drank a lot.
No.
Oh.
I spilt most of the Jack Daniels on the floor. I think I drank the 24 cans.
Out of your stomach.
No,
you
into my
drank-
stomach.
I don't remember being that pissed on that one. For
Oh,
some
I was
reason.
fucked. Completely
It was
fucked.
an old day, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was all day, yeah. Got to take 24 cans. A bottle of Jack Daniels.
That was like going to that bloody beef festival when we were 16 and we took like 100 cans with us of shite lager and we took like 50 home. Do you remember that?
Oh, I thought we drank all the
Christ.
beer.
No, I'm sure we took some home.
Sweeney took box wine, I think. Smart move.
Mm.
Them cans weighed a fucking ton. They had holes full of fucking cans of beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't have a trolley or anything. I remember taking my dad's old, like, from the 70s rucksack with a frame.
Yeah.
You could actually carry a ton of stuff in it. Yeah, it was a nightmare. And having to take trips back, queuing up for hours.
Well, you've got like a mile and a half walk, haven't you?
Yeah.
When you get
Yeah.
off the coach at a
Yeah.
festival to actually get to where you're going to put your tent up.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I only go to festivals where I can park next to my tent now.
What, so you can sleep in the car?
If I want to, yeah.
Have you not got one of those? Have you got a motorhome now? Haven't you?
No,
Ben?
not yet.
I thought you had a. I thought you got one like a
No.
Mazda or something.
We're in the process of, researching.
Oh, I thought you had bought a Mazda, like a
No,
little
no,
Mazda
a bongo.
thing. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's high on the list, a Mazda bongo. But they're
Oh right, so you haven't bought that yet.
quite. They're old, aren't they? It's a bit.
I don't know. Lots of people just buy
Reliability.
tranny vans, don't they, and do it themselves? I fancy doing that, insulating it.
No.
Can't call them trannies.
I just called it a tranny van.
Tranny radio.
Been some. It's been in the news again this week, hasn't it? About record breakers and stuff.
What, Road
Yeah.
Castle?
Transgenders breaking fucking records.
So that meme, whatever it was, I sent you, some motorcyclist who identified as a cyclist wins the road race championship.
Was that like the Onion? Was it like an Onion
Something
article?
like that. The Daily Beast. Or
Pretty sure it wasn't a real one, no.
no.
A real
Fake news.
motorbike?
A real article.
No, probably not. I can't get to the fucking.
Which-
I just don't like this new layout.
What are you trying to do? Has it been updated?
You roll back the firmware.
I don't know. I just need to work out how to use it.
Right.
Right,
It's
I've
like-
got to go to work
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's 11 o'clock, so...
It's
No.
It's not.
It is, look.
No.
According to this.
Has it not updated by
I don't
itself?
know. It should have done. It's
Yeah.
been connected to the internet.
Right, bye everyone.
Ta-ra.
You caught me on too quick.
Rapid.
Turn me down.